A dark and relentless storm system has taken aim at the heart of the United States, tearing across Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, and leaving devastation in its wake. This wasn't just a single storm, it was a chain reaction of chaos, a multi-day assault of tornadoes, giant hail, hurricane-force winds, and catastrophic flooding that turned once quiet towns into battlegrounds of nature's fury. It began quietly, but the warning signs were unmistakable. Meteorologists saw the ingredients forming: a deepening low-pressure system, a stalled front draped across the plains, and a surge of warm, moisture-laden air from the Gulf of Mexico. As these forces collided, they unlocked the atmosphere's most violent potential. By Thursday, northwest Texas was under siege. In rural Hockley County, rotating supercells exploded to life, spawning tornadoes that ripped across farm fields and into neighborhoods. Dozens of homes were shredded by violent winds, cars were flipped like toys, and entire blocks were left without power. Massive hail, some the size of softballs, slammed into rooftops and windshields, leaving behind a landscape of broken glass and jagged debris. Roads quickly turned into rivers, emergency crews were overwhelmed, and while Lubbock narrowly escaped a direct hit, the storm's wrath surrounded the city on all sides. Cole Kirkland, the emergency management coordinator for Hockley County, described it as one of the most intense weather events they have faced in years. At least 3 people were injured, homes were flattened, and rescue teams struggled to reach flooded areas where roads were no longer visible beneath the rising water. But this was just the beginning. By Friday, the storms had shifted east into Oklahoma, where communities like Buren found themselves directly in the crosshairs. In the small town of just over 1,300 residents, a confirmed tornado plowed through the southern part of the city, leaving a jagged path of destruction. The police reported extensive debris, power lines tangled with fallen trees, and roofs torn clean off homes. Power outages were reported as far as Muldrow, more than 25 miles away. The storm's reach was vast, its energy seemingly endless. In neighboring Arkansas, the situation escalated rapidly. As the storm barreled across the state line, it intensified once more. Van Buren, home to over 24,000 people, was hit hard. A tornado roared through the city, mangling buildings, flattening homes, and ripping up roads. According to Travis Cooper, Sebastian County's emergency management director, at least 46 homes were severely damaged or completely destroyed. In some neighborhoods, it looked as if bombs had gone off, whole structures reduced to piles of splinters and brick. Firefighters, police, and emergency crews from multiple counties converged on the city, working through the night to search for survivors, clear debris, and restore critical services. Power crews from Arkansas, Oklahoma, Gas and Oklahoma Gas and Electric worked tirelessly to bring light back to neighborhoods cloaked in darkness. Meanwhile, residents who had narrowly survived the storm were left staring at what was once their home, now a twisted mess of beams, insulation, and shattered dreams. Officials declared emergency zones in Van Buren, closing off streets like Osier, South 17th and 18th Streets, and the intersection of South 13th and Virginia. The public was warned to stay away, to let emergency personnel do their job. For many, it was the longest, most terrifying night of their lives. Meteorologists continued tracking the system as it moved eastward, still feeding on tropical moisture from the Gulf. Jennifer Tate of the Weather Prediction Center warned that this storm wasn't slowing down. "We're predicting over 3 inches of rain across central and northern Oklahoma, with locally higher amounts," she said. And even after that, there could be more repeated rounds of storms through the weekend.
That's a tornado.
It's mine, it
That is a tornado.
Okay. All right, I'm done recording.
Tornado on the ground just north of the Walmart in Van Buren. Right there.
Indeed, the setup was nearly perfect for disaster. A stationary front parked over the region, paired with a constant flow of humid, unstable air, created a conveyor belt of supercells. Every few hours, new storms bubbled up, dropping torrential rain on already saturated ground. The result? Widespread flash flooding. Rivers overflowed their banks. Drainage systems backed up. Fields turned into swamps. Entire towns were cut off from the outside world. And the danger wasn't over. Tornado warnings remained active across northeastern Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, and western Arkansas. Damaging winds up to 90 miles per hour threatened to rip through trees and power lines. Some towns, already battered, were bracing for round 2 or round 3. For them, this was not a one-day event. It was a siege. By Saturday, the storm had spread its chaos even further, into the Carolinas and southwestern Virginia. Flash flood watches blanketed the region, and new rounds of thunderstorms threatened to bring more destruction. This is the new reality of extreme weather. A single system, slow-moving, moisture-rich, and supercharged by Gulf energy, can spawn multiple tornadoes, dump days' worth of rain, and destroy entire communities in its path. For Van Buren, Vian, and towns like Lubbock, the scars left behind will not be forgotten anytime soon. The road to recovery will be long, but for now, the focus remains on survival, cleanup, and staying alert, because this storm is not finished yet.
I don't know. The hotter it is, the worse the storm is, kiddo. All that, look at all that lowering right there. That's it. This is what we're talking about.
Así quedó la calle de nosotros, ve. Do you know the old lady is outside? Or she is in the home? Oh my gosh.
And this one. Not
And
Wow.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.